All right, here is how to enable downloads on indicators, lists, charts, whatever it is in ArcGIS dashboards. Quite a handy functionality, you know, like we many organizations are still very uh, Excel heavy, so to speak, right? So enabling downloads on your dashboards is a good way to get everybody, comfortable, I suppose, with your ArcGIS online workflows. And it is one of those things that's kind of a little bit demotivating at times. You build, what you think is a really nice dashboard, like the one you see in front of you here on historic buildings in Waterford City. And then, your customer comes to you, or your stakeholder or your project manager comes to you and says, hey, can I get this data in Excel? Well, look, you can, right? So I'm going to show you how to do it. Just simply let everybody become self-sufficient, download their own data. Cool enough. Still fighting the good fight for ArcGIS workflows. But look, if you need it, here's how to enable it. So the first thing you want to do is head over to the feature layer that's driving your actual dashboard, right? So typically found in the map view, right? Here you can see I have my map here, right? And that displays my Waterford historic buildings. It is a feature layer, okay? So if I head on to the item details tab, what I'm going to do is hit on settings, scroll down to the very end, and you see this little option here, export data, allow others to export to different formats. You're going to want to enable that first. Once that's updated, then you'll get a little green message saying, hey, your item successfully updated. Once that's done, then you can head back into your dashboard. You can go to an indicator, you can go to a chart, you can go to a list, whatever it is. But from here, we go to the settings. So I have one on total sites. You can see my feature layer has 858 sites. Let's go to settings. Let's go to general. And we see this little option here, source data download. If you don't have this option available to you, it means that this option here on your feature layer item details page was not selected, right? So just double check that you're in the right place with your feature layers. But if that is enabled, this option should pop up and I just get a little download icon there. So when I click done and say I want to, I have my category selectors filtered now, so I have national, 21 sites, boom, it'll kick off a download once I press that little download button. Yeah, and the same rule applies, right? If we want to go in to our charts, general, source data download, check it on, pie charts, general, source data download. You can enable it for nearly all elements. If you have table elements here, you can do that as well. General, source data download, click done. Yeah, and you can see here I got a little error. So I'm just going to save this, refresh it, and it's always the way when you're screen sharing, you get little errors. But I assure you, this is how to set it up. I probably just didn't refresh my screen. So if I filter this again just to bring it down to something that's a little more meaningful, I have vacant, cool, and just hit download, and that should kick off. It's taking a second, breathing a little heavy, but there we go, my CSV. I was just probably sharing too many things, but sure, look, it's the way of things. You can see here I have my 2 sites, my 2 buildings. If I go back to my dashboard and say, okay, I want to see all 21, let's click again. And see if it downloads. Takes a second. Cue the dramatic music, but we're there. It's downloading. And then it'll open up, and then I have 22 rows, 1 for a header, 21 sites is what I downloaded into CSV, and that is how to enable downloads. Works on pie charts, works on serial charts, works on indicators, and works on lists as well. Quite powerful, I think, on the indicators, because it's it's easier to see, you know, like, oh, I have 21 sites, I'm going to download, right, 21 records. Yeah, but hopefully that helps. That is how to enable downloads on your dashboards.